Hi, Chowder the Cat 5. I saw this question once I figured out that question and answer doesn't show up in my feed of things to look at. And then I still didn't answer you because talking about my grandparents is something precious to me. They are my pearls. And so every time I cast my pearls, I risk that there might be some swine out there who are jerks about my grandparents. But I will tell a few stories that if the pigs want to listen to, I don't give a care what they do. When we would have baths at home, it was usually to save water and save time, so I had to share my bathtub with one of my sisters. But at Grandma and Grandpa's house, I got my own bath, and she gave us a little cup with a little piece of soap at the bottom, like a scrap piece, usually Zest or Safeguard, and a straw. And she taught us how to blow bubbles in our little cup. And I thought that this was magic, the coolest thing ever. My own tub. Sometimes I had bubble bath, and I got to sit there with my cup and blow bubbles. My grandma grew up in the Great Depression, and she was a farm girl in a large family. And so she taught me some of the Depression crafts from when she was a girl. One thing I remember was taking old magazines, and she taught us how to fold them and loop them together to make belts. So we'd make headbands and belts and suspenders and wrap them around ourselves and had a really good time, especially when she let us cut up her gardening magazines so that the belts looked like flowers. She also had a special closet where she kept things just for us because we were coming to visit. And sometimes there would be like a secret ink little kits. Sometimes we would do those sun charmer things where you melt the plastic inside the metal frame where you've put the little pieces. I still have a couple of those from when I was a kid. If she didn't have the closet filled before we got there, she would take us shopping, and we could get latch hook kits or some of those little crossword puzzle books or anything that caught our fancy. Usually she'd take us to Frank's, which was like a craft store like Michael's. Another thing that my grandparents always did with the two sisters that came to visit that week was take us out to eat at a restaurant. Because, again, in my home of origin, we went maybe once, maybe twice at most a year. And so they made sure to take us someplace that they liked. Usually it was the Stagecoach Inn in Richland or to Bill Knapp's, which was one of their favorite places to eat. But one of my best memories is not even having to open my eyes to know that I was at my grandparents' house. There would be a down feather pillow under my head and a grandfather clock chiming.